This is the syllabus overview for the Technology and E-Learning course. Our course titles, depending upon whether you are a master's student or a doctoral student, you should be enrolled in either INST 6137, EDCI 7537, EDLS 7537. Depends upon which program of study in which you are engaged. And please understand that the instructor reserves the right to change the syllabus at any time. CAPE, the Council for Accreditation of Educator Preparation. This is a national accreditation in which the School of Education has engaged and successfully been accredited. University of Houston Clear Lake School of Education's mission statement, where excellence and innovation is highlighted. Learner-centered teaching and learning is a focus. It's very important, the professional and personal integrity as well as technology. My stance on the integration of technologies, effective uses of technologies, is that technology is merely a tool that, much like a pencil, pen, chalkboard, it enhances the instructional environment. It's not about the tool, it's all about the instruction and meeting the instructional goals, instructional objectives. And of course, especially at the graduate level, and especially within this program of study, focusing upon community engagement is vitally important. Not only should this information be interesting and useful as a knowledge base endeavor within our course, but it must be able to be successfully implemented out in the professional community. And of course, ongoing assessment of not only the candidate, but also the instructor towards programmatic improvement, course improvement. And then research. At the doctoral level, an expectation is that a doctoral student will engage in research, recognize in literature review a knowledge base gap, and then endeavor towards research towards fulfilling that knowledge gap. There is a statement on professional dispositions, acting appropriately professionally within a professional environment. There is an English language proficiency standards statement. And then standards for advanced programs are presented. University of Houston Clear Lake, and especially within our School of Environment, we do have 7 student-centered learning outcomes. Please focus upon the fact that they are learner-centered, and there is an expectation that everyone engages in a professional community, not only a community of learning, but also a community of practice. And then at the very end of our course, in different courses, these are different expectations, but at the very end of this course environment, there will be a final product that will be uploaded to something called a unit assessment system, which is a School of Education database expectation that supports engagement within the national accreditation. And it's a database structure in which the final products or designated products from each of the courses are integrated and evaluated by the course instructor. So your expectation is that you, at the very end of our course, will upload to the UAS your final project deliverables, which are designated within our course syllabus. And for late work, because whether or not we are in a face-to-face, a blended, or an online instructional environment, late work is not accepted. And after stating that late work is not accepted, the date and time of each assignment deliverable is noted within our course syllabus and within our course environment. It should not be a surprise. But after stating that late work is not accepted, horrible, crazy things can happen in one's life. And we're all human. Unseen forces and expectations do occur. And if there is something that comes up and for some reason you are not able to fulfill the assignment date, time, submission obligation, please discuss that with me. If you have a child that's in the hospital, if your significant other had a difficult pregnancy and horrible things happened that you weren't expecting, just let me know. We're all human. We all understand these situations. On the other hand, if this is an every week or every other week situation where continuously assignment, submission, dates, time, designations are not fulfilled, then that's a different conversation that we need to hold. But I expect that every once in a while, once a semester, something horrid will happen and I want to talk to you about it. So no, late work is not accepted, but there are horrible, crazy things that happen in this world, and if something like that happens, then I would like to discuss it with you. Attendance policy, because we do have face-to-face, blended, and online instructional environments. The online course experience especially, it is an expectation that you engage within our online course environment continuously, not only once a week or once every couple of weeks, but continuously. If you're especially within a team environment, the expectation held is that you are in continuous communication with your team members so as to fulfill instructional goals, instructional objectives within a timely and appropriate fashion. Concerning the online learning environment, please understand there is no privacy in the Blackboard environment. Anything that you post in there can be reviewed by administration, appropriate administration. If someone wants to come into the course and look around from administration, that can and probably will occur at times. So please understand anything that you post within course mail, within the asynchronous instructional environments, your assignments, all of this can be viewed by administrative persons outside of our course environment. Concerning Americans with Disabilities Act, there are services available. Please inform the Disability Services Office Department so that anything that you need will be addressed. But also, after you have spoken with the Disability Services, if you feel the need and desire to communicate with me, I would very much like to know what I can do to help support your instructional efforts, your learning efforts. Concerning academic honesty, vitally important. For academic honesty, I will be honest in all of my academic activities and will not tolerate dishonesty. Copying, cheating, plagiarism, all of that falls under academic honesty expectations. Within a teamwork environment where everyone is sharing and everyone's name is on the deliverable products, that is not considered an academic honesty concern because you are not cheating when you are in a team environment working. However, globally, the idea of learning together is not an individual activity. It's a community environment and community situation where everyone helps everyone else. Within our coursework, within the U.S. mandates of a course environment, when it states individual, this is an individual activity. If I were a student in the course and I saw someone else's work and I really liked in a slideshow, I really liked one of the slides and I thought it would be great in my slideshow and make my product stronger, I might ask the person, hey, you mind if I borrow that slide and put it in my own? Well, why would anyone think, oh, sure, yeah, why not? Nothing's wrong with that. That is not acceptable behavior within our graduate environment. If I did something like that and did not reference that person's work appropriately, representing that I took someone else's work and I'm presenting it as within my slideshow, I would be plagiarizing their work. I would be stealing the work of someone else. It's also important to note, anyone who allows me to take their work and integrate it into my work without appropriate references and information designating this is their work, that's plagiarism, and that other person is just as culpable as the person, as myself, who actually integrates their work. Conflict resolution, no doubt within different instructional environments there will be really interesting situations and personalities that will potentially be detrimental or misunderstood, and I want to ensure that if anyone in our course environment feels that there are issues that are not resolved satisfactorily, if there are concerns that arise, I want to ensure that everyone knows the process to follow. The first process is for the learner to speak to the course instructor and talk about the situation and see if we can come to some satisfactory resolution. If the issue is not resolved satisfactorily, the next step will be to go to the department chair or associate dean, and I want to ensure that you bring all of your documentation, not just walk in and say, you know, I'm having this issue and I want you to do something about it. Have your documentation ready and have copies ready for the other person to review and probably hold on to, because there will be conversations with the course instructor. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Tell me your side of the story. So all of that will follow. I also urge you after each conversation that you hold with different persons that you write down exactly what happened, date, time, and the discussion that was held, so that you maintain documentation of the progression of your progression throughout the discussions to ensure that you have all the documentation you need. For example, if the department chair or associate dean you don't feel that the issue is resolved satisfactorily at those levels, you can go on to the dean of School of Education and then beyond that. But each person will and should ask for copies of the documentation that you hold. So you need to ensure that you do maintain those copies. The course catalog descriptions are in hand. Course objectives. The vast majority of this course will focus upon analyzing MOOC environments, and all MOOC is a massive open online course, and there are so many available today that are either open-ended or time delineated, and the expectation within our course is that you will designate 3 different MOOC environments on different platforms, meaning edX or one of the other different MOOC environment platforms, to not only evaluate the instructional environment, but also the instructional design and the engagement within the MOOC environment, and then designing and developing your own online instructional environment, evaluating colleagues' works, working in a team environment, as well as focusing upon multimedia-based critical analyses of the MOOC environment. And then, of course, we have, for the doctoral level students, there is an additional expectation of an academic manuscript that will address a knowledge-based gap in practice, and that academic manuscript will be designed, developed, and implemented for international or national referee journal submission. At the end of this course, one can't know whether or not a manuscript will be accepted for publication in an international or national referee journal, because of course you're going through the peer review process. But it is an expectation that the course product, major project academic manuscript for doctoral students will be the submission of an appropriately designed, developed academic manuscript to a national or international referee journal for peer review consideration and potential publication. There are different points throughout the course in which a proposal and the journal overview and author guidelines will be submitted. Within each of the units, there will be an opportunity to submit your academic manuscript for review and feedback by the course instructor, as well as at different points in the process you as a doctoral student will hold video conferencing, including screencast, that will be an opportunity to formally present your work in an academic fashion, focusing upon your academic manuscript, and then gleaning feedback from those experiences to strengthen your manuscript. It's always helpful to get feedback from other people in order to see areas of concern, as well as people have great ideas to help strengthen your manuscript. Why not take advantage of that? And then professional standards addressed within the course. We have innumerable online teaching standards and expectations to address. In the course units of instruction, syllabus, we have instruction, introduction to the course and concept, orientation to the course structure, overview of the final projects, Unit 1, Unit 2, then a midterm evaluation, Unit 3, Unit 4, final evaluation, and then your final project. And of course, a grade point allocation. For our master students, it is 1,000 points total, broken down assignment, midterm, final evaluation, bulletin board assignments, final projects. And then for our doctoral students, it's 1,500 with the extra 500 focusing upon academic manuscript expectations. And that is it. I hope that this was a decent overview, and thank you.